the money you've raised so far is impressive, really impressive.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable, the support we've received, to be honest. And I know we've got quite a bit to go as well. The fans have raised a lot of money for us on Tuesday night in the bucket collection, and that's got to go on at some point. And hopefully we can auction off the shirts the players wore, the prostate shirts, and try and raise a bit more. So yeah, it's really good. Pleased with it.
I wasn't even going to ask it, but that must feel really nice, kind of showing the togetherness of the club as a whole, not just your team and the fans as well.
Yeah, I think it brings a lot of camaraderie. It brings a lot of talk around the training ground, but also with the fans who are doing it. And it's a credit to everyone, who's getting involved in this, because it's not easy to get up every day and exercise. And there's days when you feel like just staying in bed and your mind's playing tricks with you and telling you can't do it and don't do it, and your legs are sore and everything. But yeah, it's a great mental challenge as well, and I think everyone's sort of way bought into it. The club's bought into it, and I think we've hopefully going to be able to give a lot back into this charity.
Fantastic. So how has the reaction been from your team in training after Tuesday's defeat?
Yeah, it's been fine. The boys, we try not to get too high when we win, and we don't get too low when we lose. I was disappointed, obviously, after the game because of the chances that we created. We had enough chances in that game probably to win 2 or 3 games, but we didn't take them. But we know where we need to improve, and we sat with the boys this week. We've been through some of our opportunities, our chances, what we could do better in those situations, but also getting a little bit of feedback from them. And us taking probably a wee bit of responsibility as a coaching staff to get them in those positions more often on an everyday level. So that's not a problem. We understand that we're all here in this together, but we just want the boys to play. We are playing with freedom. We are playing with that freedom. But we know that there's goals in this team, and I guess it's disappointing for everybody when we don't get the goals, because we know we have got goals in the team. But we're on to the next one now. That one's gone. There's no, straight away when we debriefed it on Thursday, we focused on Bradford.
Yeah, just on that, Grant, because you spoke to me last week and then Tom on Tuesday about wanting killers in your team. How do you implement that mentality in your squad?
It takes time. I've got to be honest with you. It takes time. I think if you look at Luke Molyneux, for example, he's probably just an example, really. When we were here this time last year, Mullins hadn't scored many goals at Doncaster Rovers. In fact, not a lot of goals in his career, apart from the little purple patch he went through at Hartlepool. Back end of last season, he started to get that instinct, that positioning, that edge about him, that killer edge that we speak about, and he started the season with that. So Mullins is now very much in a mindset of I want to score and I want to set goals up in every single game I play. I think he's probably done that in nearly every single game he's played, apart from Tuesday night. So it takes time with certain people. It really does, and the more we keep putting them in them positions, the more opportunities we get, the more chances we get, and the more goals we'll get, and that's really, really important. But yeah, we just want a wee bit more calmness. We spoke to the players. We showed them some clips of championship goals during the week. The Wednesday goals in the championship. The 2 Sunderland goals that they scored, and how calm they were when they Rigg came in and scored and took another touch and finished. Mundell the same when he comes in and takes another touch and finish. We're shooting when we probably should take another touch at the minute. So we looked at Latte Laff's goal for Middlesbrough. His movement, his double movement, his in, his out, his back in again. He scores a winner for Middlesbrough. So we just want to keep educating the boys, because they take information on board and they want to learn and want to get better. So we want to keep putting them in the positions. Like I say, I think the way we're playing at this moment in time is okay. We can be better. But I think we're number 1 in the league for shots. We're number 1 in the league for expected goals, whether you believe it or not. Some people do, some people don't. We know we're actually playing well in certain moments in games, and it'll come.
And your team's already shown they can bounce back from tough results. After the Chesterfield result, is it just kind of the same again ahead of Bradford tomorrow, that same mentality?
Yeah, absolutely. We go there to try and win the game, like we do in every single game we play. So we've worked on that this week. We understand that it's a tough game. Bradford are good at home, but our focus has been on us. We want to make sure we focus the plan on us and how we can hurt them and how we can take the game to them, and that's what we've done.
Is it quite the perfect game to go and do that? Yorkshire Derby, be a big crowd there, big following from your fans as well, to go and show what your team are about.
Every game gives us an opportunity to do that, just not this game. It's a long old season, as you know. There's 46 games in the league. We've already played 17 games, to this point, and it feels like the season only started 2 days or 3 days ago. So you can see how quickly it changes and how quickly the games come along. That's including cup games. So we know that it's a long season. There's swings and roundabouts, and we know there's ups and downs. We want to have more ups than downs, and we want to approach every game single-mindedly of how we try and win that game, regardless of who it's against. It just happens to be Bradford this Saturday.
Any injuries to report? Any updates?
Nah, everyone's good. Woody's getting better. Again, had a couple of days training with us this week, just in and around the passing drills and things, non-contact. Zane's improving all the time. But apart from that, everyone's all right. Tom Anderson's got one more game and then available for next week. But apart from that, everyone's fine.
And what are your thoughts on Bradford, Grant, as an opposition?
To be honest with you, it's I haven't really got any thoughts on it. I'd rather focus on us. I know Graham, he's a good manager, he's experienced, I know his teams are hard working and they're doing well for him at this moment in time, but my focus is only on us. We've focused really, really hard this week on us improving in certain aspects. Obviously I've spoke about them. And then hopefully we can go and deliver that plan on Saturday.
You've won your last 2 away games. Important to try and keep that run going, draw, win, unbeaten run going.
Listen, it's important we just continue to try and pick up as many points as we can as the season progresses. And then again, like I said to you, this gives us an opportunity. There's 3 points at stake there. And that's how we approach every game. So it's not about what happened Tuesday night, what happened in our last 2 away games. This is a completely different game. And we have to focus all our energy on not what happened at the previous away games, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, definitely. And just finally, Grant, I feel like I know what you're going to say to me, but is there any difference when you come into a Yorkshire Derby compared to any other games, or is it still just the same mindset, same mentality?
I think we play the game. Obviously, that's it. We know it's a derby game, like the Grimsby game was and all that. But we got to play the plan. We got to make sure we get the plan right. It's amazing for the fans to go to these games. Of course it is, and amazing to be in a stadium that's probably 17, 18, 19,000 fans there. But ultimately, it's what happens on the green stuff, really. That's where it counts, and it's the team that's prepared the best. The team that gets a bit of a rub of the green on the day, and obviously takes the opportunities when they come their way and defends strongly. So hopefully it's us.